Welcome to this edition of ACAP Today for the week of March 15th, 2021. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's broadcast, we're going to talk with Heidi Ratcliffe and Jeannie Fox, both of ACAP's coaching program here, but specifically we're going to talk to them about the new rental assistance program that launched at the beginning of March, check in on how it's going, talk about whether or not you should apply and what the parameters for application are. But we're going to get to that in just a little bit. Before we do that, we're going to get to the news and information that you can use for this week of March 15th, 2020. And we begin there with sharing with you first and foremost that we are planning another day on March 17th, happy St. Patrick's Day this Wednesday, another Warm It Up call-in event where we're offering call-in appointments for our home energy assistance program. Please do remember, though we're heading into spring and then hopefully the warmer summer months, it is now the ideal time to apply for the home energy assistance program if you haven't already this season. Any benefit that you will receive will remain on your fuel vendor account for up to 18 months. So please do call us and see if you might qualify for the home energy assistance program. Homeowners and renters may both apply. And you can even apply if your heat is included in your rent. It might help you get additional SNAP benefit or other benefits as well. So please do call us, and March 17th is a great day. The phone number is 768-3053 to connect with us on March 17th. We also wanted to share with you that our offices are continuing to be closed to the public, though we are reassessing when we might be open to the public again. I know many other facilities are opening their lobbies and we intend to follow suit soon. One of the reasons why we haven't opened yet at our 771 Main Street location here in Presque Isle is we are undergoing renovations in the front end of the building, so please bear with us. We are still accessible to customers through a service window up front. Just follow the signs along and you will be able to find us and be able to access services in the building through that service window. And we're also offering all of our services available over the phone at this time. And also, if you go to the Holton or Presque Isle locations, you can use the telephone number that's on the banner at the top of each building and be able to connect with folks inside. We also have video doorbells in Holton, Presque Isle, and up in Fort Kent, and invite you to connect with us that way. We are following very closely the COVID-19 vaccination clinic plan in Maine. We are currently working with healthcare providers to ensure that all of those age 16 older get vaccinated, and also early care and education professionals are now getting vaccinated per the order of the governor from last week. So we are registering our employees that are working with young children, and also our shelter staff had the opportunity to be vaccinated as well, that are operating the Hope and Prosperity Wellness Shelter at a local hotel. There also have been in the last week announced residents in need of a free ride to a COVID-19 vaccination clinic should contact the number there on your screen, or here in Aroostook County, you can locally call the Aroostook Regional Transportation System, give them a 48-hour notice, and they will help you get to a vaccination clinic here in Aroostook County. We also remind folks that we're still being asked to wear masks until we can get more people vaccinated. So please do, if you are in need of a mask, reach out to us. We're offering them free of charge, and you can pick them up at our Presque Isle, 771 Main Street facility, Military Street, Holton, and our Industrial Park facility in Fort Kent. If you can't make it to either of those facilities or any of those facilities, please do give us a call, and we will gladly send them to you in the mail. Again, you can call us at 764-3721 to request them over the phone. March is National Nutrition Month, and we are celebrating here at ACAP. Specifically, our WIC team will be placing weekly healthy recipes on the ACAP Facebook page, so please be on the lookout for those and join our nutrition programs in celebrating March as National Nutrition Month, and consider trying out some of the recipes that they're posting on our Facebook page, and be on the lookout for them. We also want to remind folks that we're currently in a special enrollment period now through the 15th of May. If you are in need of health insurance or would like to know what your health insurance options are, including if you may be eligible for Maine Care, please do reach out to us. Stan Targonski is our local healthcare navigator, and he's available to connect with folks now to check on assistance on whether you might qualify and what the cost might be on the open marketplace. So please do contact Stan, the information there on your screen. We are looking for contractors here at the Aroostook County Action Program, our weatherization program, our home repair program, also our central heating improvement program. All could use new contractors working with us to ensure that we can get the work done across Aroostook County. If you might be interested and have some of the certifications that are indicated there on your screen, or are interested in learning more about how you become an ACAP contracted vendor, we would very much appreciate you giving us a call. Shannon Hill, her number and email address are there on your screen. We want to remind folks as well that we have the Community Closet ongoing project at our 771 Main Street building. It's open 24/7 out in front of our building. Please excuse the construction area, but you can still reach the Community Closet at this time. There are a number of coats out there as well as other clothing items. It's give what you can, take what you need. So please do just that. And again, you can do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also want to pass along that our partners at the Aroostook Council for Healthy Families are hosting their next Maine Families Playgroup. The topic this time around is setting limits and discipline. It will be held March 30th at 10 a.m. over Zoom. So please do contact info@achf-me.org if you would like to get the information to link into the Zoom for the next Maine Families Playgroup. Maine's collaborative workforce are offering workshops, including ACAP, across the state, using experts from agencies across the state for things like interviewing tips and tricks, making career choices, resume cover development, and many more. If you are interested in participating in these workshops, if you're looking to upskill yourself in the workforce, this is a great opportunity to do that. And again, they're all offered all via Zoom. Contact our workforce development department here, and we will be glad to help you get connected to these special workshops. The Aroostook Cash Coalition is continuing their work with filing tax returns for individuals who or households that earn less than $57,000 a year. It's a free service that's offered, and it's gone virtual this year as a result of the pandemic. Please contact the United Way of Aroostook at 764-5197 if you are interested in availing yourself of this service, or you can also go to countyfederalcreditunion.org to check what documents you would need to provide to have your taxes completed free of charge through the Aroostook Cash Coalition. ACAP is a partner along with United Way and many others in this venture. The Aroostook County Action Program also offers both tobacco prevention, education, and as well as cessation resources. If you're a business or organization out there looking to update your tobacco policies to include, for example, things such as vaping, please do give us a call. We offer those services free of charge, and you can also get smoke-free building signage for your location. In addition to that, we offer a tobacco cessation program. There are a number of adults enrolled in that program this month, and we encourage you, if you are looking to quit smoking, to please reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you on your journey there. We are also currently accepting applications for our Head Start and Early Head Start programs, as well as childcare programs here in Aroostook County. If you have a child age 5 and under and are interested in learning more about these programs, please call us today. We also encourage you to check out our resources on the website that may explain a little bit more about the programs and help you determine if your family is eligible. But we always encourage you to reach out to check in on that, because there are income eligibility guidelines that vary in circumstances that vary from household to household that may make you eligible. We also want to thank our partners at Thompson Financial Group and at Smith Farms. They are conducting a National Cereal Day Challenge that will continue through this Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day. They are collecting thousands of boxes of cereal with other community partners as well, and we thank them greatly. They also, Thompson Financial Group, that is, happen to be our March sponsor of the month for our community cupboard out at 771 Main Street, which is, again, a take what you can, take what you need, leave what you can, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week concept as well. You have to navigate around the construction a little bit, but it is still open and still helping to feed people who are in need of food assistance. And we also want to remind folks that the ACAP Navigator program is available. If you don't know what assistance might be available for you, know that you need help, please contact us, 764-3721. We have navigators that can help you navigate those services at this time. And with that, that's this week's news and information that you can use. I'm pleased now to welcome to the program Heidi Ratcliffe, who is the program coordinator and lead not only of our coaching programs, but also currently running the programs, the new program in rental assistance, and Jeannie Fox, who is a manager for the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center and of coaches and working on this rental assistance program as well. Ladies, welcome both to the program.
Thank you.
Hi, Jason. Hi.
Hey, so let's talk about the Emergency Rental Relief Program. I know that this one is different, so maybe we can begin with you, Heidi, because you have another meeting you need to get to, so I'll continue with Jeannie, and we'll focus our next 5 minutes with you. Tell me about this new program.
Yeah, this program is very different from all the previous rental programs that we have had. This program is able to encompass a lot more population served that we were able to in the previous programs. So we're able to serve individuals who are on fixed income, whether that be TANF or disability or something of that sort. We're also able to serve individuals who are in subsidized housing by helping to support their portion of their rent along with this program. So basically any renter in Aroostook County that falls under the income guidelines of 80% of the area median income, which is a pretty generous income guideline stance, we're able to help that person try to both catch up with their arrearage that they might have occurred during COVID or during the lapse, whether they had a lapse of their income was reduced or their wages were reduced, or they simply had additional expenses because of COVID that was going on around and all the additional environments that happened to them. So in that case, if you're under the income guidelines and a renter, we are encouraging everybody to apply for this program. The waiting time is a little bit longer than we would like, just simply because of the demand and how many people are eligible to receive the service this time. But the really good part about this program is it is covering more than just rent. It's covering utilities, which can include fuel, electricity, water, sewer, garbage. And we can actually cover internet expense this time because of the amount of children who are home and receiving school because of the COVID pandemic.
So Heidi, we're looking at the income guidelines here, and you're right. I mean, for a family of 4 in Aroostook County, if you're making under $53,850, you should certainly apply. We will work with you in terms of whether or not you're eligible, but you pointed out, and we've got a list here as well of things that are included in how someone's household income might be impacted or have been impacted as a result of COVID. So it's really quite broad.
It is. The program's very generous and we have plenty of funding to help those in need. So the biggest thing is to just have people apply online to the website and put their application in to hold their spot. And then when a worker will get to their application, we'll discuss all of the services and programs that we can help them to get ahead of the game because so many individuals have been put behind with COVID, especially the landlords with the inability to obtain the rent amounts frequently. So we're really excited to be able to help the landlords who have, and in some cases have gone without rental income for 6 months. The program can pay all the way back from rental arrears since March of last year. And this is the first round where we can actually pay 3 months forward as well.
Now, before we let you go, because I know you have a training to get to for this very program, as a matter of fact, tell me how are we doing in terms of the numbers for Aroostook County? We've seen, like you mentioned, please be patient, and we encourage all folks to be that with us. But what are we talking about in terms of volume and how long it takes to process an application and the like, so people understand the scope and scale of what we're dealing with?
Yeah, so the applications, we started the program the 1st of March. So far, we've been able to import. So we're currently working on in 200 applications that we're currently actively working on for staffing. It does take time because we need to provide proof a lot of time. And previously, it was just a personal attestation saying that your information was true and accurate. This go around, we have to obtain proof of income, copies of leases, paperwork from landlords. And depending on the person's situation, if they do want us to help with utilities, we need to collect bills of every utility that they do want us to assist with. So it's time consuming for the individual while we wait for the documentation to come in for us to process. But then also we have about over 300 people waiting in the queue to start that process. And we anticipate more and more will come in. So we're well over 500 at this point that have expressed an interest, that we're in the middle of processing or somewhere along the application. We've been able to enroll about 30 so far. But it was a new learning structure. It was a brand new program software. So our staff were not only learning this new program, but this brand new structure of how to enter it because it was a different program funding source. So we are working as fast as we can. Once everybody has all of their paperwork and we select that application, they receive an email saying someone is working on your application. We have 5 days to turn that application over once all of the proof is there. We have 14 days to get that paperwork in from the landlord. And then once we get that, we have 2 weeks to make that payment. So it's a pretty fast turnaround once all that documentation is there. It's just getting that documentation there at the same time.
Great. Okay, we're going to let you get to your training. So thank
Perfect.
you very much for joining us, Heidi, but I'm going to transfer over to you, Jeannie,
Thank
to
you.
talk. Thank you. Talk a little bit about that part of it. What are some things Heidi was mentioning, quickly, some of the things that folks need to provide you with if they're applying for beyond rental assistance. So just talk about the process and what happens with an application once somebody initially fills it out and it's released from the main housing website and then comes into our hands.
So once an application has been applied, has been filled out, and we pull it, we review it, we are going to be needing a copy of a lease. We're also going to need proof of income, and that can be an employment statement. It could be 4 weeks worth of check stubs. It could be their W-2 from last year. We're also going to be needing any bills that they are asking for help for. So if they're asking for us to pay on their light bill, we need a copy of that bill. That copy of a bill is going to give us their account number. It's also going to depend on how much are they asking for us to pay. So are they asking for us to go back 3 months rent, January, February, March, and then 3 months worth of light bills? So any of those bills, internet bill, we're able to pay internet, we're able to pay trash, water, sewer. So those are all bills that we're going to need proof of. And then once all of those bills are received, they're uploaded into the application, the applicant's file. And then the final thing that we're going to need is a landlord agreement. And that landlord agreement is saying that the landlord will accept whatever payment they're due, and they will not evict the tenant. So that's the most crucial part of the whole process, is we want to work on making sure that our tenants are not evicted. So that's really important. And as Heidi mentioned, it's a little slower right now going, but we're all learning a new program. But it's vital that people get as much of that information to us as they can when they make the initial application. That way there's not a lot of phone tagging or emails going back and forth. So the more information they can provide us at the beginning, the easier the process will be.
So speaking of the beginning of the process, let's share with folks, because we haven't done that yet. If you are looking to apply, maybe you've seen the income guidelines that we brought up on the screen, what's the best way for people to apply?
The best way is for them to go right to the maincap.org and apply right there for Aroostook County. However, if there's somebody out there that's in need of this program and they don't have the resources of a computer, they're able to call our main office of 764-3721, and we have staff there that's available to help them with doing the application. They'll do the application with them over the phone, and then that can be submitted.
Right. So Jeannie did mention there is the main MECAP.org, MECAP.org website that you can apply through. You can also apply, as it states here on the screen, through the mainhousing.org/COVID rent. The application is accessible through either of those entities, and you will want to make sure that you click you're applying for assistance in Aroostook County. That makes sure that the application gets to our team, which will do that necessary follow-up. So Jeannie, I know we have a number of people that are working on this because it is obviously a much more involved process. Tell me about how many folks we have working on this right now, and how they're getting through, because I know that there are applications that are coming through, and I've seen some payment go out as well.
Definitely. Well, we currently have 2 full-time staff that are just doing rent relief applications. And then we have Heidi and myself that are working on it when we can find a little spare time. And then we also have pulled some other ACAP employees from other departments that their job is currently on hold, or they have a little extra time. And so we have 5 additional people that are able to help us. So we have a lot of different people that are doing it, but most importantly, we have 2 full-time 40 hours a week that are doing it. So it's again, Heidi had said, bear with us and, you know, get as much paperwork in as you can, and then somebody will be reaching out to you for additional information, or maybe everything has been submitted and it's a good app. And like Jason, you said, some have already been approved and payment has been made. So it is going slowly but surely.
So Jeannie, in terms of the people that because you've spoke with some folks on the line, and the people that your team members have spoken with on the line, how are folks feeling about this? Are they feeling some sense of relief given the struggles that folks have been facing in past year?
Definitely. I've spoken to several people that were just so far behind, and just some are crying. When Mom shared, I'm going to cry, and I said, that's okay. She says, you just don't know what you've done for me today, the weight that you've lifted. So that's why this program is so important for anybody out there that has a need. And again, if their income is a little higher, there are some things that we can take into account to see if we can make that income a little lower for you, because it's definitely a very worthwhile program to try to get into if you can.
And Jeannie, I know, and we're still early on in this process, not even, 2 full weeks into the process yet. But the intent is obviously some of the staff that you have working on this project do navigation, do coaching, things of that nature, that especially for the families who are really struggling right now, that there will be further outreach to them. You're providing rental assistance, maybe utility assistance and the like. But we're really looking at how can we help the family holistically, and not in housing supports so there'll probably be more conversations with these households moving forward, I would imagine.
Definitely. As we talk to families and we see how far behind they may be, and some of our families out there aren't aware that ACAP offers as many programs as we do. We have over 40 programs that we run, and so definitely our navigators as well as our family coaches will be reaching out to those families at a later date and talking some more to them about ways to budget their money, and also make them aware of different programs in the county that offer support for help.
And so let's just share again on the screen with folks, the income qualification guidelines that I'm going to bring up here that you can see. So we have a lot of elderly individuals, for example, that are 1 and 2 person households. So for a 2-person household that is in Aroostook County, many live on fixed income. So if your fixed income is under $43,100, you certainly should apply. If you're a little over that, I think Jeannie just mentioned, we can talk with you and work with you. There are certain eligible expenses that we can deduct from what your earnings might be. So even if you're a little bit over the amounts that you're seeing there on your screen, it's still worth looking into it, correct? Jeannie, obviously the patience component, it needs to be there, but it's worth looking into.
Definitely.
And then the other thing we want to remind folks of is, again, the ways that you can apply, because this is very important. So if you've heard Heidi and Jeannie speak about this program and you think, gosh, I'm a renter, I fall within those income guidelines he just showed on the screen, or just right around there, and I really should apply, you can certainly go online. Again, as Jeannie pointed out, there's the mecap.org site, but there's also the mainhousing.org/COVID rent location. And we're happy to help folks who do not have access to going online for whatever reason, helping them fill out paper applications over the phone. We'll go directly onto the site and complete that application for you. So you can give us a call at 764-3721 and we'll gladly help folks complete those applications online. So obviously a very worthwhile project. And as you just attested, Jeannie, you're hearing from households who desperately need it, and this is a lifeline for them.
Yes, it is.
Anything that we've forgotten to talk about that you wanted to share with folks out there about this new program or the effort to sort of get it together and help folks in Aroostook County to access it?
Just for anybody that's watching this, if you know of somebody a family member or friend that may benefit from this program, please talk to them about it. Please share with them that we're out here, that we're here, and that we're ready to help.
Indeed, couldn't have said it better myself, Jeannie. That's absolutely true. Again, mainhousing.org/COVID rent, MECAP, MECAP.org, or you can call us at 764-3721, and we'd be glad to help you fill out the online application over the phone so that we can get you started in that process. And then make sure you do work with the ACAP team member who will be calling you back, who will be reaching back out to you to make sure that all of the documents are there. The landlord agreement is there. It's a more detailed program, as Jeannie pointed out, than the last one. But also if you're struggling and you need the assistance, it's there for you. So please do reach out to us. Jeannie Fox, and who was joining us with Heidi Ratcliffe a little earlier, thank you so much for being on ACAP today. It was much appreciated.
Thank you, Jason.
Before we leave all of you today, we want to just remind you just of a couple more things that we tend to do at the end of our broadcast. We do have a few openings here at the agency. One of them is connected to this program. We are looking for a community educator to work specifically with Jeannie, our guest on today's program, around housing stability. This will be an individual who will be connecting community resources for individuals who have applied for and are in the rental assistance program, and working with local landlords, housing authorities, lenders, and others to help ensure that there's housing stability and that we're wrapping the right services around individuals, especially those like Jeannie just spoke of, who are in dire need of assistance at this point. We also have family coaching positions available, one up in the St. John Valley and one here in central Aroostook County, and that's Jeannie's team as well. So we'd love to have you join her team. She's really great to work with. I can attest to that. She's a great person, as is Heidi, and you'd be working with an excellent team across Aroostook County. So do consider, if you have the qualifications, go online and check if you have the qualifications, and do consider applying for those positions if you're interested in joining our team. And we also want to remind you to connect with us, whether it's for rental assistance, as we just spoke about, or to help with navigating any other programs, or if you're wondering about WIC or HEAP or whatever, and do connect with us if you're considering HEAP, especially on St. Patrick's Day for our next Warm It Up event. You can connect with us 764-3721, info@acap-me.org. You can visit our website, acap-me.org. You can check us out on Facebook. Sherry and Becca are always posting great things there, including the recipe of the week, the healthy recipe of the week. We also are available on YouTube. You can watch past broadcasts of ACAP Today on YouTube, and you can connect with us on Twitter. Certainly do want to keep in touch with you. And finally, we end with our snapshots of the week this week. We mentioned earlier in the news segment that we are thanking Thompson Financial and Smith Farms, who are holding a competitive cereal drive. The donations are being accepted until St. Patrick's Day at the 99 Fort Fairfield Road facility that's shared by Smith Farms and Thompson Financial. Here are several members of their team, as well as community members. We've had community members and other businesses that they've challenged and kind of brought into the challenge that have participated as well. And you can see that they are collecting hundreds, and I suspect thousands, of boxes of cereal that will be stocking community cupboards across Aroostook County in the coming weeks and months. Thank you both, Thompson Financial and Smith Farms, and all of the generous individuals and businesses that have participated in this cereal drive. We certainly appreciate it. And with that, we've come to the end of another week of ACAP Today. We're so grateful that you joined us. We're grateful to the folks who joined us on cable access up in the St. John Valley, now that our program has started broadcasting there on WOWL Channel 16 in Madawaska and throughout the St. John Valley. Thank you for being our partners and getting the word out about the programs and services available to the people of Aroostook County. For this week with Jeannie Fox, I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. We'll see you next week for another edition of ACAP Today. Have a great week, everyone.